Hello everyone, I'm Heather. I think today we should talk Shorty September TBR. Okay, so I'm gonna use this video, right, to give you my plan for Shorty September, like what I'm gonna plan to read and how I'm gonna plan to read them, etc. Okay, then I'm gonna do another video, I think in a bit, maybe next week, about ideas that I have for you if you still need ideas for your TBR for Shorty September, like recommendations, ones that I've read over time that I really loved that might meet the categories, you know. But for right now, okay, let's just chat the plan. Sorry, I'm like weirded out by my background that I've chosen. Like it looks like I'm like giving an interview from prison. Like they always say, don't they? They always say like, don't have loads of stuff behind you, don't have like, you know, clutter, it's noisy for the eye, people can't focus on what you're saying, so have a neutral background. And I've like done that for the first time like ever basically, and it's just like it looks like I'm in a prison or something. Like it's just giving institution. Anyway, every year I do a book a day and a vlog a day, and it's like murder. It's absolute murder. Like I always feel at the end like I've really done something cool, you know, and I had a really nice time, but it is just exhausting. Okay, and it's my birthday month, and it's like the first month of school for my kid, blah blah, loads going on in September, and it's just like, it's grueling. Okay, so I've learned my lesson after like 3 years or whatever. Okay, I'm a slow learner. I've decided not to do a book and vlog a day, but a book and vlog every 2 days. Okay, so we'll do one on the 1st, okay, to kick it off. But then I think I'm gonna then do every other day. So like the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, the 9th, finishing a book, doing a vlog. Okay, like I think I'll leave it open if I'm like, you know, rolling with momentum, like I'm reading them really fast, I'm feeling really good, you know, I might just roll and then do like days in a row, you know. But I'm gonna like just commit to every other day and just try to start out sensible. Girl, damn. Okay, I've picked 2 books for each prompt. So, and then also one for like the bonus prompt. So that's 25 books, which is more than I'm committing to. Okay, I only want to do like 16, I think, is what I'm committing to. But I'm gonna have 25 ready, okay? Because you never know, man. What if I'm reading a book and it sucks big balls? Okay, and I need like a backup plan on that shit. Okay, it's always good to have backup just in case something sucks real hairy balls. I'm gonna go through them really quickly, okay? I don't want this to be like a War and Peace level production, okay? I want this to be real quick. But if you have any questions about the ones that I've said, okay, and you want me to elaborate, please let me know in the comments below and we'll have a chat about it, okay? First prompt is ripped shorts. This is a slash or a mystery, right? Okay, my primary book for that, I'm gonna go with Fear Street, because why not, okay? This is some grade A 90s teenage horror fiction. This one is called The Perfect Date. It's teenage romantic dating stabbing. You know, perfect. And then the number 2 book for this prompt, it could either be the backup book for the prompt in case Fear Street sucks, but why would Fear Street suck? Do you know what I mean? Or it can be one of like the 3 books that I read at the end of the month that are like beyond the sort of 13 original prompts. Do you know what I mean? Okay, and that one is John le Carré, Call for the Dead. I think this is the first one in like the George Smiley ones. Like he's like a spy, you know, and he does like spy and mystery stuff. They also made this into a movie apparently, like in the 50s and 60s or something like that. And it could be used for half and half shorts, you know, if I was so inclined, or you're so inclined to do that. Next prompt is summer cookout shorts. Okay, so this one, you read a book, okay, and then you make a food or eat a food or whatever that goes with the book. Okay, so for this one, the main one I'm going to use is A Field Guide to the Apocalypse. Okay, and this one, I picked this one up when I was last home in Seattle, like last week or whatever. It looks brilliant, like, you know, useful. You know, I always think like, what happens when there's an apocalypse? Like my dad is thousands of miles away and he's the only one who knows anything about how to live after that time. Okay, and I won't be able to phone him and I won't have any guns. What am I gonna do? Okay, so this gives practical information, but also I think is probably gonna also be hilarious. And so for the food that goes with it, it gives like sort of like items that you should have, like food items that you should have in your pantry or in your go bag at all times. And then also sort of like talks about various like recipes and things to make in the apocalypse. So I think I'm gonna make one of them, or like make something that would be like an apocalypse meal, just to sort of like, you know, practice for the big one. Like, I don't know exactly what in Wales is likely to kill us all, but in Seattle, like where I'm from, Mount Rainier is a volcano, right? And it's likely at some point, any point, you know, it's due to erupt and then cause these like massive mudslides that just like literally kill everyone, and or have like an earthquake that goes with it, knocks everything down, or also triggers a tsunami, which then, like, that's how people there are gonna go. That's how it's gonna happen. But here in Wales, I don't really know, like, what, we get sort of like cut off, you know, we're an island, the UK, we might, I don't know, be unable to sort of reach anyone else, and because we've like outsourced all of our food production, you know, we might just starve. Like, I don't know. I'll Google it. Okay, the backup for this prompt is gonna be campfire ghost stories. I bought this one as well while I was home. Like, we drove to the coast, go to the beach, and this will be just like a really cute little bits, little ghosty bits, and then the food that goes with this is obviously s'mores. Obviously. I don't know how I'll make that happen here, actually, honestly, because I don't have like a fire pit or a grill or like anything like that. But I do have a stove and a really long fork, so that'll probably work out okay. Like, I mean, don't question the genius, don't question it, you know, just roll with it, it'll be fine, we'll work it out. Next prompt is leopard print shorts, and this is a book that you've seen someone reading in the wild, okay? And it can be someone like outside, like on the bus or at a park, or it can just be someone online, okay? And the two that I've picked I stole from Karen at Roving Reader. I have seen her reading them on the internet, okay? So they're fine. Okay, the main one is going to be Thin Air by Michelle Paver. This one is a bunch of dudes in the 1930s. They go on this like mountaineering expedition, and it's dark and it's cold and everyone's feeling a bit lightheaded and crazy with like lack of oxygen. Then it's like supposed to be like a sort of old-fashioned, old-school ghost story. It comes from this, like, you know, sort of like lack of oxygen, like psychosis, I guess, or like this like dream type thing. So I'm excited about that one. Okay, but then my backup as well. Also, I saw Karen reading. This one is Journal of a Black Queer Nurse. I took this with me on another trip ages ago and never got around to it, which is really sad because I do really want to read it. This person, Brittany Daniels, is an amazing nurse and has funny stories, but also heartbreaking stories. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope I do get to that one, actually. I'll try to get to this one, actually. Half and half shorts. Okay, this is one of my favorite prompts, but it's a bitch to pick every year. Like, I can never nail it down exactly. Okay, but I think I've got a good one this time. Okay, and it's Strangers. So the book version of it is by Tachi Yamada, right? And I've got this as an audiobook on Libby. I found it. It's okay. I don't have an actual book. But the movie adaptation of it, All of Us Strangers, it's got like Andrew Scott and Paul Mescal, like this person that Shan and Bert have been talking about on their channel like recently. My friends in work are obsessed. Like, one of my friends was like, this is the best movie I've seen in years. And it's this guy who, something about his parents, like he goes and visits his parents or whatever, but it's like his parents are living how they always lived, but actually they died before, like when he was a kid. So they're like ghosts, kind of, you know? And then he was like, oh, and then I found out that it's actually an adaptation of this Japanese book that's been translated into English. And he said, he was like reading about it and he's like, they're actually completely different. The book and the movie are so different from each other that they're almost like completely different, like, stories. But one did inspire the other, apparently. So I'm gonna read the Japanese book version, obviously not in Japanese, in English, and then I'm gonna watch the movie, and I'm super excited because loads of people said it's an amazing movie. The backup book for this one is Fear Street, okay? And I don't want to hear any crap, okay? If Strangers, for some reason, comes off real bad, like, and it's real crap, okay, I'm gonna want to crawl into a cozy cocoon of comfort, okay? It's something I know that's gonna be amazing. Night Games, I don't even know what it's about. I don't care. I know it's gonna be banging. And then the movie version of this, like, it's not the like exact Night Games thing, but it's the Fear Street like series of movies on Netflix. And I have seen them already, but I know they're amazing. Okay, if Strangers lets me down, like, I'm gonna need to retreat to a cozy place. You know, I don't think that's unreasonable. okay? I'm not ashamed of that. Micro shorts or Taylor Swift shorts, okay? And this one can either be a poetry book or a book with a breakup in it. So I don't know if I'm stretching this at all, okay? But I feel like this one's gonna work out. It's called The Meat Tree by Gwyneth Lewis, and this is one of like the modern retelling things of the Mabinogions, like Welsh legend, okay? This is based on roughly the story of Blodeuwedd, who in legend is a woman made of flowers who cheats on her husband and then tries to have him killed. Okay, so if that's not like a breakup story, I don't know what the fuck is, if you know what I mean. Okay, this also is like Blodeuwedd in space. Like, anyone at home who's going, yeah, I'm down, like, okay, like, cool. Anyone who's like, I don't know about that, like, feel you, okay? There's reason for reserve, I think. But I'll let you know how it goes, okay? But because it's Blodeuwedd in space, it relates to another prompt later on that I'll tell you in 1 second. It's related to another book that I'm gonna read. Backup book. Like, I know you're thinking, why would you need a backup book for Blodeuwedd in space? It's clearly not going to need a backup because it's going to clearly be amazing. But I thought I'd just have one just in case. Okay, this one is a poetry book. It looks like Pocahontas, but I think I saw somewhere online that it's actually pronounced Pocahontas, which is brilliant. Okay, and it's just, I think, poetry, like feminist poetry, and just like poetry about being a modern woman and stuff like that. Which I'm super excited for. I've had it for a while actually, a couple years, and I've not actually gotten to it. Like, it's just sort of hidden on my shelf, all skinny like. It would be a good chance to get to it actually. Like, I think I might push for that to be one of the 3 extra ones, just in case. Like, I mean, because the chances of me needing it to be a backup are so low. Okay, Jorts, teen shorts, right? This is a book that's written in the 70s or 80s, okay? So I've got this beast, this bitch. I've been trying to read this one every year for Shorty September. Like, since the very beginning I've been trying to get to this one, and I just haven't gotten to it. Like, I've not been in the mood, or I've not had the time, or like it just wasn't working out, or there was another one I wanted to read more. Like, I'm gonna get to it this time. Like, mark my words, this is happening, okay? The Mezzanine by Nicholson Baker. It's like famous. It's like a cult classic, this one, and I've not been able to partake. It's driving me nuts. Basically, I think what's happened is this guy, he's going from the top of an escalator to the bottom of the escalator, like on his lunch break, just having thoughts. He's just thinking about crap, man. He's just talking to himself about some shit for like the length of the escalator ride. That's just the whole book. That's it. That's the tweet. So I'm excited about it, and I really want to get to it, and god damn it, I will do. I will do. Backup book for the Mezzanine, which I won't need, okay? Because I'm going to read the Mezzanine, or I'm going to jump out the window. Those are the options, okay? But just in case, I've cheated a little bit, and I apologize for that. This one, The Frozen Deep by Wilkie Collins, was written in the 1870s. Still 70s and 80s, just different century. I had a bit of a hard time finding something for this category, actually, to be fair. For some reason, like, everything on my list and on my shelves and everything recently has been very contemporary and new. I haven't had as many sort of older ones on my shelf as I normally do, which is weird. So I've had to cheat, but I'm not sad about it because I think this one's gonna be good. It's like a sort of love triangle in the Arctic. So it's like this woman, she has like second sight or something, okay? And she's like in this love triangle with these 2 like explorer dudes who are trying to reach like the North Pole or something like that, you know? Something about revenge, desire for revenge. Anyway, it looks good. Anyway, I'm pretty excited. Rockstar shorts. Okay, a book you read and then pair with like a song or an album. The sort goes with it. Okay, so I think I found the perfect book for this. It is Music to Make Friends by, a life-loving pop music by Haley Long. I found this like cute little one in the library. You know, this series like quick reads or whatever. Like, they look like they should be terrible. Okay, like they should be bargain basement like crap books that you get in a bin for 60 cents and like they're terrible. But they're not. okay? Like, they're proper good ones, these books. Like, I enjoy them. They got somebody in there, like, picking good shit, okay? This one is just like a memoir about, like, this person's life through music, you know, like their favorite, like, 90s pop bands and, like, the friends they made because of those bands, and, like, sort of just, like, memories they have triggered by music and stuff like that. So, I'm gonna try to make a playlist or find an album or something that encompasses like the songs that she mentions in the book. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that will go really good. Bro, I've just opened it. I've opened it to just like a random page, and already on the first bit we've got George Michael, Careless Whisper. This is such a good plan. I'm so excited. Second book for this prompt, which I actually really want to read as well. So maybe it'll be like one of the 3 books at the end of the month when I run out of prompts, okay? It's The Horse by Willie Vlottin. Okay, this guy, he's an author, obviously, but also he's in a band called Richmond Fontaine. Okay, so this book is like about this like traveling musician guy. Okay, and he's like rugged, and he's like an alcoholic or whatever. He's got addiction, something. He's like, you know, on the road. It's like, it's about like loneliness, you know, and regret and like shit like that. And when I looked up the music that Richmond Fontaine plays, it's exactly what would fit with this book. Like, it makes sense because it's like, you know, the brainchild of the same guy, but the vibes line up so intensely that it's just, I have to do it. It's amazing, and I want to do it so bad. So the music that would go with that one is just the music from this author's actual band. Ain't no use. Okay. Zip off trousers. Okay, this one is a book with a title that you think could be shorter. Okay, so I found one, this audiobook that I really want to get from Libby. I don't have the actual book, it's just the audiobook, and it's called Even Though I Knew the End by C.L. Polk. Okay, and the idea for this one is this woman, she sells her soul to the devil to save her brother's life. Okay, and she like, it gets one final chance. She's given this like one final chance to like live her life happily, like with her wife, you know, like in like a normal life, but in order to do that, she has to catch this like notorious serial killer or something, or else just like go straight to hell. So it's really exciting. I almost used this one for the song prompt, because I was thinking, like, as I sort of said, she sold her soul to the devil, I immediately thought of that song, you know, like, the devil went down to Georgia, he was looking for a soul to steal, like that one. I thought, oh, that's gonna be brilliant. That's gonna launch me to like a whole like 90s country situation, which would have been banging. But as it is, we're just gonna stick to the book itself. It's fine. Like, we don't need to go overboard. Backup book for this prompt, maybe a bit shit. So we're taking a bit of a risk. Hopefully our first book will not suck, because I think maybe the second one might do. Okay, it is The Slow Regard of Silent Things by Patrick Rothfuss. So this guy, he wrote these 2 books that are supposed to be part of a trilogy. It's like the King Killer Chronicles or whatever, with this guy like Quoth or something, and it's like he's like a magician's apprentice or whatever, like he's learning magic at the academy or something like this, and it was banging. It's really good, but the third one, it's been in the making for ages, and he's like probably not going to do it now. Like, it's like I think he's sort of lost his mojo, or like his desire to sort of like live in this world and create this world, and like that's fine, like that's his prerogative. But it's gonna be sad because like I was pretty excited for the third one, and I know loads of people were, but instead of giving us the third one, he's given this like side one, this like and it's sort of the chronicles of this other character that also lives in that universe, but she's like the least interesting of all the characters. Do you know what I mean? And it's supposed to be like, I think, one of these like cozy type books, you know, where not a lot happens. You just spend a lot of time sniffing flowers and looking at the moon and like all that sort of shit, which can be okay, like in the right mood. Do you know what I mean? But I think I do tend to just find that like cozy sort of style just like a bit boring. Like, I want someone to just like go ahead and stab somebody already because I'm bored, you know? But I got it anyway. I think I got it like at a charity shop for really cheap, and that's why I got it in the end. And it's got like really nice like illustrations and stuff in it, you know what I mean? Like, it's full cozy, you know? It's supposed to be like a nice, delightful little time. So we'll give it a try. Paper bag shorts. So for this one, you buy a book. Extra points if it's in a paper bag. Okay, like that. So I don't have them. but I have a list of the ones that I want. So first one, High Times in Low Parliament by Kelly Robson. So this one is like fairies and like fairy politics, which I'm down for. Okay, and the author herself describes her book as, wait, hold on. She describes it as lesbian stoner buddy comedy, which I think sounds right up my street. I think I'm gonna be super into it, but it could really go either way. Okay, I could be super into it, or it could just be like comedy I'm super uninto, like it's not hitting with me like at all. Okay, in which case, my backup, When Among Crows by Veronica Roth. Okay, so I like Veronica Roth. YA I think it is, and I'm sometimes not good with YA, okay, but I like the idea of this one. Okay, it's urban fantasy based on Slavic folklore. Okay, it's like one of these like Baba Yaga type books, like where this guy, he's got to go like looking for Baba Yaga. It's about family cultures being passed down and like etc. Redemption, judgment, things like this. I feel like it's gonna be okay. Like, I know I don't sound like I'm committed to these, but I am. I think they're gonna be good. Supermarket 2-pack shorts bundle. This prompt, I love it. I think it might be my favorite. Okay, this one is a non-fiction shorty that you pair with another one of your shorties. Okay, so the two shorties that I'm gonna pair. Okay, so first one, I'm gonna pair Bloody Within Space, okay? And I'm gonna pair her with this book about UFOs. What the fuck? So this is an illustrated history of UFOs. And before you say that's not actually nonfiction, bro, it totally is. Because it's not sort of saying that UFOs exist. It's just giving you information that we have now about potential UFOs. Do you know what I mean? It gives you like factual information and like, you know, sightings and like collections and like information based on this like idea of UFOs. Like I did the one, it was exactly like this, a history, illustrated history of ghosts or something, thinking that it was going to be like this supernatural sort of thing, and it wasn't. It was just basically factual stuff about like ghost sightings and ghost beliefs and like the history of belief in ghosts and stuff like that. So I'm actually really excited about that one. If this one falls through and I can't then read this one because they won't be paired properly, I'm gonna be well pissed. Okay, like this is gonna have a lot to answer for if it knocks this one out of my prompts. Okay, but I do have the backup ready to go. Okay, so this was my backup for that other prompt with Blood Out Within Space. Okay, and the one that I've paired with that one is this one, Women Don't Owe You Pretty. So this is sort of poetry about being a modern woman, like feminist poetry, blah blah. And this is a feminist book about how women don't owe you pretty. This one actually I've had for ages and I haven't gotten to yet. But it looks real interesting, like. And also, how cute would it just to like be in my handbag, you know, like all dainty, like all just cute and sweet. New Metal Bermuda Shorts. Okay, this one is a book that mixes genres. Okay, so for my main one for that, I've got A Song for Quiet by Cassandra Cole. I read another book by this author that I really enjoyed. It was like a bit of a low flyer amongst the booktube community. I think people thought it was weird, and it was, but I still like really enjoyed it and really enjoyed their writing style. Okay, so I'm gonna go again for another one. This one mixes horror and fantasy and detective mystery. Okay, so it's like a sort of fantasy, like horror detective guy. It was a blues man, okay, from Georgia, and he meets a madman who convinces him that he's got like a demon seed in his head or something. To be completely honest, that sounds wild. Like I don't even know what's going on with the plot of that, and it's probably gonna go real weird real fast. But I'm down. Like, let's go. Let's jump on this weirdness, man. Backup book, right? Bottled Goods by Sophie Van Loon. Okay, so this one sounds well cool. We're mixing in our genres. Bowl, magical realism, Romanian folklore, and Soviet Kafkaesque paranoia. Fucking cool, right? A gritty and moving depiction of a woman's struggle for personal and political freedom. Um, Basically, this woman, she's having a hard time, and she turns to her aunt for help, okay, who is the wife of a communist leader and a secret practitioner of the old ways. Fucking cool. Like, that might as well be just like one that I read at the end of the month, even if this other one doesn't need a backup, okay? I'm hoping it doesn't need a backup. Hope I can read them both. Okay, last one. Shorts with Pockets. Okay, and this is a book where the cover has something on it that you can fit in a pocket, okay? And this one was actually really hard, but I think I've managed to do it with like a tiny bit of cheating, okay? So I'm gonna go, first of all, with this one, which is The Other Side of You, okay? Like, it's got, you know, little flowers. That would, you know, and a gun. Like, I feel like a gun, like, would fit in a pocket, right? Dagger? Like, where else would you put your dagger if you're not gonna put it in your pocket, like, for real? Anyway, okay, so this is apparently, after I picked it up, again, like, on about this quick reads shit, okay, the series is good, bro. Okay, so, after I picked it up, I read somewhere that it's actually a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And it's to do with this guy who sees a murder and he's got to escape now from these people. He finds a place of safety and he's just like hiding from this like roving gang of thugs on his housing estate. It's like a modern, like weird, like retelling of Beauty and the Beast, which is brilliant. And I'm so excited, okay? But if it's crap, it always has the potential, okay? Like, don't ever think it's not gonna be crap. Backup book is one that was recommended to me by Danielle at Booktube. Okay, so she has said, hold on, that I should get Once More Upon a Time by Roshani Chokshi. And I looked at the cover of this one, and it does have like a little thingy. It's got like a little key, and an apple, you know, and a dagger, another dagger. Again, dagger in a pocket. That's gonna definitely work, okay? This one is like lovers who for some reason magically are made to forget each other and forget that they're in love and that they know each other. And then they have to go on a quest. I don't really know what this one's about, but like also excited. I feel like it's gonna be good, so I'm gonna try to read that one. Or I got the audiobook of that. I'm gonna try to do that audiobook as well as this one, and not just have it as a backup, because it does sound really good. Okay, sorry, no, the last prompt is the bonus prompt that we added like sort of after time. Okay, Paul Mescal shorts. This one is the one that Shan wanted, she advocated for, and it got thrown off the list, okay? So we're gonna put it back on as a bonus, and this is Irish fiction. Okay, so I've picked for this one another audiobook. I'm gonna go with So Late in the Day by Claire Keegan. I've read other Claire Keegan books before for Shorty September, and I've enjoyed them. I enjoy that author. So this one I think is really short, like super short, but really beautiful. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I guess roughly this guy, he's got regrets, so he like comes home after work and he sits down in his like lazy boy or whatever, makes himself a TV dinner, and then just like thinks about his regrets or something. But apparently it's gorgeous, so I'm excited. It'll be nice. Okay, so like minus the sort of 5 or so that I want to do as audiobooks, and also the 2 that I haven't bought yet, this is where we're going. This is our stack. That's a healthy stack, isn't it? Like, look at my stack. I'll show you my stack if you show me your stack. Okay, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. Do you know of these books? Like, have you read them before? Are they good? Are they bad? That's information I still need. Like, there's still time to turn this all around if it's about to go bad. Like, that's recon information I need, please. Also, like, what's on your stack? Like, what's on your list, bro? Like, are there any on there that I should add to mine? Switch some stuff around, okay? Like, let me know where you're at in your planning process. What are you gonna do? Are you just gonna go with like the standard 12 prompts with a bonus? You know, do you have more than one for a prompt? Are you just gonna like have like a stack of shorties and just try to like blow through those shorties? Like, what's your thoughts? Okay, let me know. Okay, and I promise I'll be back like either next week or like, I don't know, like at some point before September to chat about recommendations, like books that I thought were banging that would meet these prompts that I feel like you should put on your list. Okay? Anyway, thank you for watching this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I'll see you soon. Okay,